Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint using Ambient Light Rejection Technology Gain. Got a few things I got to talk about real quick before we start this demonstration. It looks like we're going to be able to start pre-orders probably around the end of this month. We're going to start pre-orders already. So it looks like we'll be launching somewhere around probably between like mid the first week or second week of January. So already got contact the patent attorney to get that information. We also will be applying for a we already applied for the patent pending. We applied for the copyrights, and now we're applying for a trademark. Trademark is automatically in effect already for the technology due to the fact that it will not have the name under Supreme. It will have its own identity of name. So it's going to be something completely different. It's still, we're developing a Supreme technology that is not going anywhere, but this is going to be a different coded technology under its own form of name because it does have 100% of the coding. And now we're going to start experimenting with this technology to see exactly what other ways we can go about it. So what I mean by we're serious about this paperwork that's being done by this, I had to call the attorney and find out, okay, look, once that paperwork is finally filed, how soon can we basically start processing the pre-orders? Because keep in mind, when you do any form of patent or anything like that whatsoever, you cannot sell the product at all, period. At all, period. It cannot be sold. So it has to be put on hold. And I need to know how long this is going to be and put on hold. Now, as the weeks go on, we're going to be doing testing back and forth with other forms of screens and see how they perform next to our technology. I just lost my Wi-Fi connection. I don't know what the frick happened with that one. But okie dokie, let's go back on. Figure what happened with all that nonsense. But we'll be going back and forth with other forms of projection screens to see how they measure up to the technology. Go back in and get my whatchamacallit again. My video just dropped out of nowhere. Like, what the freak? So let me see what we got going on here. Okay, we're back up. All right, so didn't want to start this right now in the pauses. I guess it was in a hurry. It wanted to start right away and get this going. We're going to be doing, again, other forms of screen paints. As I said before, I still have the two other fellows that are here. It's just doing side by sides, nothing more, nothing less. That's it. You know what I mean? Let the people judge for themselves on how Blue actually performs. And keep in mind, we're going after the big boy screens. Yes, well, I found out from a customer who basically did some talking to Elite Screens. Their top screen right now is the Dark Star 9. So just to let you know, yeah, we have a screen paint right now, which is the black silver, and that is a gray screen, and that beat the Dark Star 9 at $89 versus $3,000. So you think about that one right there. All right, so let's get this started. All right, we got several demonstrations. Mainly keep in mind what is, but I can't really call it that because we know what it is really for real, for real, for real. So I don't know what to call it, Metallica mix or to call it personal mix. I don't know what to go here because, like I said, we know how it's made. But we're just going to keep it at personal mix, okay? Out of just being respectful in the side-by-side demonstration, we just call it what it is, what he calls it, which is a personal mix. But we deep down know we know what it is, okay? So what it does display usually lighter gray screen paints. They do display very good white levels and color. But keep in mind, like I said, next to this technology, because it has that code in it, it has the ability to read contrast levels. You're going to see how a blue screen reacts to contrast, which is kind of crazy. And then later on, before I leave off of here, because I got to do some gaming with a friend, I'm going to put on the Starfield demonstration. I'm going to put his UV mix up against the Starfield demonstration to see exactly which one's going to pull the heavier contrast level. All right, so let's begin. Anytime we get a little rain outside, my Wi-Fi goes complete nutso. Bring this up for a minute. Make sure we're in a sweet spot here. There we go. And you know, it's kind of hard for somebody saying, well, the contrast is going to be better because it's a black screen. It's not a black, it's a blue screen. It just can read code. It can read color. Now keep in mind, any screen paints that he has that falls in within this category of this particular color screen paint, which like I said, the Frankie or whatever ones he has, is going to react the same way to the blue. It's going to basically wash out when it comes to the contrast. So as I can see, it's having a really hard time pulling contrast next to the blue. For anyone who feels that this is an unfair demonstration, which I don't know how it could possibly be, because maybe they'll argue maybe there's too much light in the environment. I mean, I'm using a pretty powerful projector. I'm using a Chrissy LW420. You know, it's 4,300 lumens. It's full 1080p, 1920 by 1200. So, you know, there really shouldn't be any problems here. And we're all both at the same distance on my surface, and we're in the same amount of light at the same time. There is no way in the world to say any foul play. Let's go with this one right here. Now keep in mind, as I showed you the screen when it comes to contrast level, how it turns tan. Anytime there's any type of contrast anywhere in this area, that screen will automatically turn tan because it can't pull up a black level. That doesn't mean the image is brighter. It means the image is fading because it can't pull the contrast. That's actually embedded in the different colors that the projector is pushing out on the screen. Some people would fool and tell you that, oh no, it's a brighter image. Not a brighter image. It's a faded image. See how I can't pull color? Because the color, the projector is projecting. Like I said, I can put it on straight solid red. It's projecting red. But if the screen's not going to read it, it can't read it. It's only going to be able to see what it's only allowed to be able to see. It has a limitation to it, which, you know, kind of hard to explain from time to time. Now I'll put this demonstration on what I mean by it can, the screen can read color. It just can't read the contrast. See what I mean? It's coming up tan. It's not supposed to be. You can't see the bowl. You can't see the detail to it. Nothing. Because the white levels are too high. There you go. Now you see it. Anything that traces contrast throughout them colors, that screen will automatically turn tan. It doesn't mean that you're actually seeing a brighter image. It's actually seeing a faded image. Now, blue is maintaining contrast and color at the same time. There you go. Too much, Kevin. Now keep in mind, I don't want anybody to think that, oh, you're just hitting on him. No, we have everybody over there in that kitchen drawer. You know how many samples I collect. Everybody's in that sample drawer. Everybody gets tested the same way. Whether it be down to a screen paint or all the way up to somebody who has a high performance professional screen, everybody's tested the same way. Oh, no, we're over him. We're just teaching them a lesson, that's all. We've been over Crow a long time ago. We're just basically teaching them a lesson. Like I said, when I do demonstrations like this, it's to tell people to stay in their lane. That's it. Stop comparing yourself to our technology. Just stay in your lane. He would do okay if he stays in his lane, but he can't do that. I can't go against any of them high performance professional screens unless I test, unless I do those demonstrations. I got to do everything they got to do. But we're not worried about that. We just wanted me to put his money where his mouth is at. That's all. If Black Diamond ever gave me the chance to go up to their facility and test my technology, I'm there. I'm going. I'm not going to back down from that. Even if I lose, I'm still not going to back down from it. I'm going to go and see what's going to happen. I'm curious. Nowhere in the world I'm going to let that slide pass. Kevin, I've been in business for 10 years. I always keep it professional. Thank you for the advice, though. Can't buy Black Diamond, Kevin. We already did that one already in 2015. I got a document I can post here. The reason why we can't go near Black Diamond, we already went near Black Diamond. We got a court order to stay away from the technology. We already been down that road already. Did that in 2015. We are not to do any demonstrations against screen innovation. And if you don't believe me, like I said, I back everything up. So there is a document I will post at the bottom. It is actually posted on my Facebook Crystal Edge page. And that document shows an email where we were contacted by Screen Innovations on 2015. And within 2015, bottom line is Screen Innovations said that our technology had potential. This is when we were back in 2015. So our technology was like, it was good, but the stuff we have now is better. And then after that, that followed by, and I'm not going to tell you where the argument started from and where it ended, but it started with a document from their attorney explaining to us to stay away from their stuff, period. So not to say that towards you that way, that's how they felt toward us. But that's why every so once in a while, you see me throw out a hint like, I would really like to go near Black Diamond, but it'll never happen. I'll probably get a letter from their, they'll probably get a letter from their attorney. Tell them, you know, Mr. Berg, you need to just shut up and stop playing around with us. I just want to do it side by side. They got all this new stuff. I want to check it out. I want to see exactly what will happen. I'm curious. We tested just about everybody. We just haven't been able to touch their stuff yet. I want the new stuff. The last thing I touched, sample I had of theirs was Black Diamond. That's it. I never had the Slate 8 or none of them, so I'm curious to see what it's like. Hold on for a minute. Sorry about that. Just curious to see. That's all. See, for me, it's different. I'm not afraid of a challenge. And the reason why I'm not afraid of a challenge, because say they have a screen that's better than mine, right? That doesn't bother me at the end of the day. That allows me to see information that I need to see to advance my technology to make it better. I learn from it. So it doesn't bother me. If a screen beats mine, it's not a big thing for me because it just allows me to see where in my technology I need to improve it to make it better, to make it either to match that technology or to beat that technology. So that's why I want to see the technology they have over there, because if they have something over there that I can take on, that's fantastic. But if it's something that can stop my screen, then that means that's information that I can feed off of that right from there. From there, I can learn from that experience of what I need to upgrade. Like I said, Screen Innovation is responsible for the reason why we have black technology. Is because when I first was designing the same light gray screen paint, such like this, and my partner brought over that sample sheet of Black Diamond sample sheet, and I saw it against my screen. I saw things in that screen I never even think was even possible. And that's what led me on the road to start dabbling in darker technology and black technology, and led me to all this craziness right here. So that's what did it. So that's why I'm always curious. Every time I test a sample sheet from a screen, I learn two things about it. I learn the flaws of the technology, and I learn the advancement of the technology. So I learn exactly what my screen needs to do to advance myself over their flaws. Some screens have something called a narrow viewing cone, where they can't be viewed on an angle. And our technology, we develop our screens outside. We do our angle gain outside, or ambient light rejection test outside, because it's hard for a screen to pull up an angle, especially when it's outside and it has less lumens to deal with and has all these no walls or windows or anything to protect it. So if I can pull a 190-degree viewing angle outside, then it means inside it's a cakewalk, and then that's something the screen can't do. So that's when I turn to the side and the screens turn black, because my screens can do something their screens can't do. I actually watch how their technology works. I watch their videos. I watch how they have their screen set up, how much ambient light is in contact with the screen. That's why we started using all 720p projectors, low-end projectors. If I can make a 720p projector look incredible, what do you think I can do with a 4K? So that's why we started advancing this stuff, and that's how we learned when I was getting all the sample sheets. It wasn't just to see which one was better, it was to learn their technology to figure out exactly, okay, where's the screen's flowing at, where the screen's advancing at, and this is where we need to improve and make our technology better than theirs. I learned from their technology. So yeah, for me to lose by a screen is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because now I can learn how you function, how you work, and I can take that information back and I can basically reconstruct my technology to make it better than yours. That's the whole purpose of it. That's why I would love to be able to see the screens. Because if there is one over there that can basically go toe to toe with it, then I would like to see it. But then again, it's not going to happen, and I'll tell you why. Think about it. You got a company that sells a screen for $5,000, right? And then a company comes along and says, hey, look, we can do the same thing, but better. And we can do the screen for our customers, $500 for a 100-inch. That's a huge, massive loss from a company like that. That you got a screen that can do it for way cheap than your profit. And they can't bring their price down to that much because their overhead capital would destroy them. So that person becomes a problem to them. So they get two choices. They got to get rid of them. Either they're going to try to buy them out or whatever they're going to try to do. But either way, at the end of the day, it's a problem. All right, we're going to do one last video. I got to get out of here. That's my friend. She just popped up a few minutes ago. Tell me, where the freak you at? We're supposed to be online gaming. Which I did promise it's going to be online today. And I got to do one more before I leave out of here. Well, yeah, that's the whole purpose. You know? I know I'm going to have companies knocking at my back door for this technology. That's why we're locking it in as fast as we can. But we're not selling out. That's just a message to them. We're not selling out. We're not doing that. This is for the customer. You know what I mean? If they don't like it, then they're tough cookies. Because they'll get it. You know what I mean? Give me a ton of money. They'll get it. And they'll mark the price up through the freaking roof. And then they'll be like, oh, it's like $5 and $6 if we can coat it with our screen and put our name on it. No, that don't happen. I actually got a chance to talk to the guy who actually owns. You know, I talked to the fellow who actually owns Black Diamond. I talked to him on the phone. Yep, I talked to him on the phone. He's an interesting fellow. I give you that much. He's an interesting, funny. He's not saying funny. He's an interesting fellow. He is an interesting fellow. He is. I talked to the guy from Seymour AV. His name is Chris. I met him on AVS forums when I was showing off the black screens, and we talked on. He's a really, really, really nice person. Really nice person. He's a really nice person. A down-to-earth person. He really is. I speak very highly of him because I met him. He's a really cool guy. So I met some interesting people along the way. Black Diamond, on the other hand, let me just say they rubbed me the wrong way when they did that nonsense with that whole lawyer nonsense. They rubbed me the wrong way. Don't worry. Sooner or later, screen innovation. You don't want to test side by side? Well, with this newfound income I'm going to be getting pretty soon, sooner or later, I'm going to pop up at one of those conventions, and we can go side by side over there. Because sooner or later, I told them one way or another, we're going to bump heads again. We are. See, my thing with Crow is not really. My thing really is with screen innovation. That's where my point hits. But I'll put that document in there. You can read through it yourself, and you can see exactly, you know, what went on. All right, we're going to take this out real quick. Boom. Take that out real quick. Go back over here. Grab all this down here. And then we're going to bring up the stress demonstration. She got to get online because she's trying to get her prestige right now for her freaking zombie achievement. And I'm helping her get it. There you go. So you have a blue screen that can produce black. And we'll take the Crow's UV mix, which is a darker one. And you can see it doesn't pull straight black. It pulls a gray. There you go. Just so he doesn't feel. And I don't want to make it feel like we're just jumping on him only, because I don't want him to feel that way. And what I'll do is, I don't want him to feel that I'm jumping on him only. We'll take, so he doesn't feel like we're jumping on him. We'll take a Dark Star 9 by Elite Screen. That's a certified screen right there. That's certified. We'll take Parallax. Parallax or Parallax. Parallax. I keep saying it incorrect. I think it's Parallax. Anyway, their screen. It's supposed to be very dark screen. How dark it is. It's a dark gray. Everybody doesn't feel, and he doesn't feel he's alone. And there you go. Actually, it's a little better on the black level than the other screens, but still. This one, I don't know what to call this, to tell you the truth, because like I said, you know, we already know the story behind this one. The personal mix, I don't know what to say about that, to tell you the truth, honestly. I would like to get, the Frankenstein is supposed to be ambient light rejection. I would like to get that here so we could do a demonstration outside. With the so I get a demonstration outside. We can do a Starfield demonstration outside because that's what I want to do with that one. Actually, I would like to test all of them. I would like to give him some money and test all of them. I'll give him $300 a day if he'll basically send them over. And he's more, when the blue comes out, he's more than welcome to purchase it off the website. It'll be right there. I got to tell him he doesn't have to harass my customers and email them and send them all this stuff. You know, he's been harassing a few of my customers about trying to get the product from them. You can go right to the website and order from the website. We'll send it to you. It's no problem at all. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a $50 discount. And while buy your paint full price. I just want to get it over here so we can test it all out so we can do some comparisons. But I don't think he's going to do that because I think he feels we're going to do that, test it against the do-it-yourself remix, which I'm kind of curious about. I mean, I would be too. I'm really curious about it. All right, let me put something on here real quick. Let's just throw something on here. I saw some few videos on here. Oh, this one right here. Do some fishies real quick while I contact my friend and let her know. We can do blue by itself. I cannot wait to launch this screen. Oh God, we guys got to see this in person. All right, so I'm going to put a detailed description of the technology because now we got the detailed information specification sheet on it. It's a lot. So like I said, read through it's a lot. That's one thing you'll notice too, that when I put specifications, these specifications are done on tests we've already done, like knowing that how many lumens the screen can actually activate outside, what materials you can paint it on, all those different tests that I do on the screen has to be put in the specification sheet on things we've already done with the product. So there's a lot of information in there on Blue. One of the things is a lumen count. You can use this with an 800 lumen projector inside your home. We will be showing that tomorrow. I have upstairs a ViewSonic projector at 800 lumens. We'll be using that. It's so old, I got to hook it up to one of the computers down here. So we'll run it down here and you know what? I got my computer right there already set up. So we'll run it tomorrow with the 800 lumen projector. We'll do the demonstration about, let's see. Oh, as far as we can go back to fill out the entire screen. That's what we'll probably be around 10 feet or maybe 11 feet back. And we'll do that demonstration right there. So you can see that you can use it with an 800 lumen projector inside your home. Outside, it will activate with a projector of 1,000 lumens. Keep in mind the time for activation will be between 6 and 7 o'clock. If you're not using direct sunlight, all that information will be down in the specification sheet, including the price of the technology. Keep in mind, as I said before, it's expensive to make, so we had to charge a little bit more for it, but it is reasonable. It's going to cost you a lot less than a $5,000 projection screen. And on top of that, real quick, those of you who have those Valva projectors and the other projectors, sorry if I butcher the name, but I am going to butcher the name really bad when I say it, the Exumi or Exonic or what do they call that projector? Sorry about that. It works on that technology. Yes, it does. It can work on a Valva projector. You already seen when I took out the knockout projector upstairs, the knockoff projector, that old projector upstairs. That projector, the Valve projector is far more advanced than what the projectors I have here. And those projectors show an advance and improvement on this technology. So you can use it with those projectors. I don't advise you to go out and buy these projectors, all right? But I'm just saying, it does work on it. It does give them a bit of an improvement. Much better than what you had on hitting on a white or light gray screen. All right, with that being said, thank you all for your time. I actually have to change the policy on this one because in projectors we don't support. This will have a different form of projector support. It will support those projectors that will be listed at the bottom. The ones we feel that will be the particular projectors we feel that will support this technology. We're those ultra short throw projectors sold overseas. They work on this particular technology. Look at the colors on it. My lights out here for a minute so you can see that. Good gracious. This is a 1080p projector. It's no 4K. So if it makes 1080p look like that, can you imagine what a 4K would look like on this? So this is when I have to go purchase me a 4K now. And if when I say, you know what, I am going to buy me a 4K. I'm going to get a 4K. I'm going to do a side-by-side 4K next to 1080p. And you guys can tell me which one, the blue or on the black. I'm going to go pick up a 4K projector. Actually, the only 4K projector I like, and I still plan to buy again, and I wish I didn't sell it, was that ViewSonic PX747. I like that 4K projector. It had a 235.1 option on it, which means I could, oh yeah, could do the whole screen at 235.1. I'm going to do it, matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do for the blue. Probably not this month, next month. I'm going to get the ViewSonic 4K projector, and I'm going to do me a blue 235.1 screen to match that projector. That's what I'm going to do. Set that up. I might put that one outside. All right, with that being said, thank you all for your time. I have to go in. God bless. Let's get on here and game on with my friend before she starts screaming and cursing me out. All right, got to go.